AC Milan 0, Manchester United 1, and we're through to the quarterfinals. Pogba coming on as a substitute for Marcus Rashford onto the left wing and gets the winner with a shot into the roof of the net over the keeper. Not a great deal of chances from either side in the game. A lot of sort of half chances and people falling over as they're hitting it, and not the best quality of a game, but still not a spectacle to watch, but it was still entertaining enough. And we've got a result. Ollie again though making one substitution, which I don't understand, even though that's the one that worked. He still has to make the other subs for me, but he's done the job and we're through to the quarterfinals. Zlatan come on, got a header, towered over Shaw, and I thought Henderson made a really good save and tipped it over the bar. So look, I think it's going to be interesting to see who we get. Tottenham have gone out tonight, 3-0 to Zagreb. Arsenal are through. Rangers went out tonight, I believe, as well. So it's going to be interesting to see who there is and who we get. The draw is tomorrow, I believe. Or that might be the Champions League draw. But yeah, look, 1-0 tonight. I thought it was going to be a tight game, and I thought it would be decided by one goal. I personally went 2-1. But we've done enough. We got through with players missing. Pogba comes on, gets the winner, and he hasn't played for about 7 weeks. His fitness wasn't at full length, and I thought he'd done excellent when he come on. So, look, I'm happy with it. I'm happy. So let's get into the notes. So Shaw laid a ball back to Bruno on the edge of the box. Bruno striked it, and it went over the bar. Kessie then had a straight header for a routine save for Henderson. McTominay then I thought he started really poor, McTominay. Sloppy passing, losing the ball in dangerous areas, and he was getting away with it a little bit, but I thought he was poor tonight, McTominay. Nobody in the box for crosses tonight, I noticed a lot. Dan James put one in early. I think Greenwood put one in as well. But no one was there. And that's disappointing. Like, they weren't the best quality crosses, but still has to be people in the box, like, running onto that. And I've seen that in other games as well. We lack that a lot. The desire to get into the box. And that's something that I've noticed a lot. So that was happening. Fred then had a horrible shot that was like a P-roller. Maybe slightly off the floor, but it was no power in it at all. He should be banned from shooting. Decision making, and I thought the passing was awful. We made a lot of mistakes tonight, giving the ball away sloppily and too easily. That against better opposition, we won't get away with it. We will not get away with it. So it's not good enough. Like, yes, we've got through tonight, but against tougher opposition, it's not going to work. So that is something that needs to be massively worked on. Decision making and passing, because it should be the basics, and we get it wrong a lot. I thought Bruno was terrible tonight. I thought he maybe had a bit of a better second half, but I thought he was the worst player on the pitch. I really did. Giving the ball away just needlessly. Times when he's under pressure, times when he isn't under pressure, forcing passes that aren't there. Worst player on the pitch for me, Bruno, tonight. And I think that might be the first time I've ever said that, but look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I'm not going to hide. So for me, he was the worst player for us today. People want to throw at Dan James and stuff, but Dan James was involved in the game more. Yes, he didn't have that final quality of ball, but he was making things happen more than Bruno was for me. So it is what it is. Makers had a shot on the edge of the D that Henderson got down to clear for a corner. Kalhanoglu crossed for Krunic, who put just far wide of the post, where he was a bit off balance. Second half, Pogba come on for Marcus Rashford, who was obviously, we know that Rashford isn't 100% fit anyway. And in the 47th minute, Pogba got the ball right on the edge, on the left, inside the box. The ball was bouncing around a lot. It wasn't getting cleared. Everyone was struggling to get a foot on it. He got control of it, and he put it into the roof of the net over Donnarumma. Just quality and class. So that bit of quality that we needed, Pogba delivered. And he's not even fully fit. We've got to remember that. So I thought he'd done really well. And I remember he went on a run at one point, just holding the ball. I think we got a free kick for it. He added that quality when he come on. And it's hard to do that when you've been out missing for so long as well. So, look, he's not been out for months and months, but he's been out for a bit. So I thought he'd done very well when he come on. Henderson then had a save that I'm not sure who the shot was from. I think it was at Makers again. I couldn't make out from the camera angle, and I wasn't listening to the audio of the commentary, so I wasn't sure who it was. I think it was at Makers though, but a routine sort of save down low that he saved. Greenwood then had a weak shot that Donnarumma collected very easily. Kalkanoglu then crossed for Kessie, who headed wide. Zlatan then came on, and he towered and got above Shaw for a header that was put into the box by, I believe it was Kalkanoglu, with a delivery at the back post. Towered above Shaw. And the thing is, some of them you get seen given for fouls in other leagues and stuff. I don't think it was a foul, but you do see them get given a lot. So we could have got away, could have got given a foul for that. But Henderson made the save nonetheless, tipped it over the bar. It was kind of straight at him, but he still has to react. So I thought it was a good save. Bruno then had a long free kick, too far out to do any damage, and he tried to curl it, but Donnarumma collected it easily. James then crossed for Pogba, who put the header over the bar. Wasn't that far over, but over. Bruno then had a shot deflected on the edge of the box, and it looked like it had Donnarumma worried for a minute. He was sort of scrambling and sort of did one of them little half dive things, but it wasn't going anywhere near the goal. But it did panic him because it looked like it had a bit of spin on it and he wasn't sure where it was going to go. Ollie only made one substitution though. Yes, it's the one that changed the game because it's Pogba and he gets the winning goal. But you still got 2 other subs you can make. I don't understand why he's not making these subs, and a lot of us don't, but look, he's got it right. Like, people say he's a PE teacher and all this, and I've said that tactically I don't think he's great, but he got it spot on tonight. Apart from making these subs, that I think he needs to always make these 3 subs, or at least 2, at least. And he only made the 1, and we got away with it. But against tougher opposition, it's not going to be the case. But quarterfinals, here we come. Here we come. It's going to be very interesting to see who we get. Player ratings: Henderson, I'd give a 6. I thought he made some good saves. Most of them were routine ones though, so I'd give him a 6. I'll give Aaron Wan-Bissaka a 7. I thought he was very solid down the right. Didn't really get troubled too much. Solid on the ball. I thought his distribution was pretty good as well. Wasn't very sloppy with the passing, so I thought he was good. 7. Lindelof 7. I thought he was solid. Made some blocks at crucial times. Sort of shots in the box that I remember him blocking. Spatially, like, very aware. And I thought he was better than Maguire tonight. Not by a long distance, but just by a bit. So I'd give him a 7 too. Maguire I'd give a 6 to. Pretty solid himself. He had a header, I believe, that I think he should be kind of like getting on target again. I think it went wide or over, but pretty solid from Maguire. I'd give him a 6. Luke Shaw I'd give a 6 to as well. Not the best I've seen from him for a while, but still above average for me. But not one of his best games. I've seen him have a lot better games, but didn't really get troubled too much regardless. McTominay I thought was poor. I'll give him a 4, under average. I thought that, as I said, he gave the ball away in dangerous areas. His passing was poor, and he doesn't create enough for me. Yes, you're there to be a defensive line as well, but you have to create also. So for me, I thought he was poor. I actually thought Fred was a little bit better than McTominay tonight, and you know how I feel about Fred. So Fred I'd give an average to, but he's got to stop shooting. He has to stop shooting. That one shot's enough for me. Dan James I'd give an average to. Put a few crosses in, but lacked that end quality of finding his man. But went on countless runs, won some fouls. His work rate was there as always. His pressing off the ball was there, which is phenomenal. But you can see the players getting frustrated with him for some of the decisions he makes with final balls and stuff. So I'd give him an average. Bruno, I would give a 4 to, as I said. I thought he'd give the ball up countless times under pressure and not under pressure. Just trying to play worldy balls that it's hard for them to come off when you're on form anyway, let alone when you're not playing a great game. And he just, to me, kept forcing it. I thought he was a little bit better in the second half, but not enough to counteract the poor first half he had. And I thought him and McTominay were the worst on the pitch. So I'd give him a 4. Rashford went off at half-time. I'd give him an average. He wasn't really involved in the game a lot, so I couldn't really be too critical of him because he didn't get the ball a lot that I saw. So for me, an average. Very, very quiet. Pogba, I would give Greenwood, I would give a 6-2, just above average. Lacked the service. He was playing as the number 9 tonight. Lacked the service. No one could find him, but he worked tirelessly. I thought he looked lively when he did get the ball at times, but he had to drop a lot a deeper to come and get the ball, and he was trying to create for others. And he shouldn't really be having to do that as much as he did in this game for me, when he's meant to be the one getting chances created for him. But I thought he looked good and he did it well. I thought that role, even though he didn't have the service, so I'd give him an above average with a 6. And Pogba, I would give a 7 to, simply for the goal, but also for, like I said, he went on that run. I think we got a foul from it. I thought he looked good on the ball. Maybe a bit rusty, but considering he's been out for a while, I thought he looked very good. So man of the match, I would either give it to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, or Pogba. I'm gonna give it to Pogba because he got the winner. He was the match winner, and he changed it. Like, we needed someone to step up. It's usually Bruno, and it was Pogba tonight. And because he's just come back from injury, it's not easy to do. So I'd give it to Pogba, but I wouldn't be mad if you give it to Lindelof or Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And Ollie, I'd give an average to. I felt tactically we did enough, but it's not convincing enough. Our passing was terrible tonight. The decision making and the passing from most of the team was awful. And we're not going to get away with it in the next round, I can assure you that. So Ollie gets an average of a 5. We're through to the quarters, that's all that matters. But we have to do it more convincingly, because it's not going to work. It's not going to keep working like that. So, and the substitution thing is a problem. Why use one sub when you have 3? Especially when players are playing so much football as well. Give them rest. So he gets an average for me. We're through to the quarters. Be interesting to see who we get next. And I'll be back for the Leicester Cup game, guys, on Sunday. I'll see you then.